Hi folks, Tony from Tacoma, Washington. Today I'd like to talk to you about the flashlight that I've been carrying every day for the last two and a half years, my Fenix PD30, and a couple of lights that I've been playing with looking for that elusive, perfect everyday carry flashlight, the EagleTac D25LC2 and the Fenix PD32 Ultimate Edition. Let's start our conversation by talking about this outstanding Fenix PD30. This has been my everyday carry flashlight for about the last 2 years. I've really put this light through a lot of use. You can see some wear, a little bit of wear on the crown, but overall the anodizing is just in great shape. This light has some outstanding features. First and foremost, it puts out a great amount of light for its size, 257 lumens, and yet it's only 4.5 inches long and less than an inch in diameter. I think it's about 0.9 inches in diameter. Very light light, easy to carry, great clip. I carry this light in my left front pocket all the time, daytime and nighttime. It carries very easily. It's always with me. It's a great light to have. The user interface is really outstanding. It has two modes. It has a turbo mode and a standard mode. What I like about this light is that you can access the brightest light, the highest setting in turbo, and you can also access the lowest setting without having to turn the light on. What that means is the light can be in your pocket. If you need it to illuminate something bright, you simply just turn it on and it's ready to go. If you're looking at something where you want to maintain your night vision, you can, with a simple twist, you can put it in standard mode and it comes on in its lowest setting, and so you maintain your night vision. So I really like the user interface. The light's very simple to use. Again, to put it in turbo mode, you simply twist the head until it stops. To go into standard mode, you just back it off just a little bit. In turbo mode, it comes on full force. And the other setting in turbo mode is it'll go into a tactical strobe. To go into standard mode, you just back it off a little bit. When you turn the light on, it turns on in the lowest setting, which is about 10 lumens. Half a click on the tail cap will put it into the medium, and another half a click will put it into the high output mode. And of course, it's a clicky tail cap, so all the lights off and on is controlled via that switch. Now, what I like about this light is that without looking at the light, with just by feel, you can turn the light on and select the light output level one-handed and without having to look at the light. I just think that's an outstanding feature. One of the things I think that's great about this light is that it has anodized threads, which means that if you give the tail cap just a little twist, it disconnects the electrical circuit and prevents the light from coming on. What that means is when you have a light in your pocket, that the light can't turn on accidentally if you give the tail cap a little bit of a twist. So that's the way I carry it. I usually carry it in full turbo mode, and I lock it out by just twisting the tail cap just a little bit. That means when I deploy it, I have to give the tail cap a slight twist and then turn the light on. But you get used to doing that, and it really happens very easily. You can do it again. We can draw it from your pocket, twist the tail cap with one hand, and then activate the light. So if it came out of my pocket, I would give it a twist. I just twisted it off. I would twist it on and activate the light. This is a great user interface. Okay, so you might be asking, if this light is so good, why are you looking to replace it or update it? And the reason is that I've been using, since I've had this light new, I've been using these Tenergy rechargeable 123 batteries. About a month ago, I started having trouble getting the light to come on in its full turbo mode. So I contacted Fenix, and what they told me was this light is not designed to be used with rechargeable batteries. Well, I've been using it with these rechargeables for the last couple of years, but I guess over the course of time these batteries aren't recharging quite as much as they used to, and now I'm having some reliability issues with turbo mode. So I thought, well, it's been a couple of years. I think I'll check the market and see what else has come out. And so that's what's prompted me to look to replace this light. Other than that, this light is really perfect in every way. I really like this light a lot. The other feature that I thought I might like is this light is powered by two 123s. And there was a battery on the market when I bought this light, but it's the 18650, which is a considerably larger battery than two 123s combined, and it holds quite a bit much more current to give you more runtime. So the things that I was looking to update with this light was, in today's world I can get a brighter light, and I can also get the 18650 battery. And so that's what prompted me to start looking for a new light. Okay, so I got on the Fenix website, and the light that I came across that I thought I might like was this light. This is the Fenix PD32, and this is the Ultimate Edition. Some of the things I thought that I would like about this light is, because it's a PD32, I thought it would be similar in size to my PD30. I didn't really research the light carefully enough before I purchased it, and when it arrived, what I realized that it really is quite a bit larger than my PD30. This is about 5.4 inches overall. This is about 4.5, so it's about 9/10 of an inch larger. The other thing I thought that I was really going to like is this multi-position switch. So it has an on-off tail cap switch, but you can select the light level via this side switch, and I thought I was really going to like that, just being able to flash through. So it goes from low. It has 5 settings. So the next level, the next light output, the next light output, and then full bright. And it just cycles through like that. So you just press the switch, and it gets brighter each time you press it. There's 5 light outputs, and you just cycle through. So when I bought this, I thought I was going to like this switch quite a bit. In reality, after I started using it, what I found was that I really don't like this switch at all. Now, this is a tail cap, so it comes on by pressing the tail, off and on, and then you adjust the light output with the side switch. And it has a memory, so whatever setting you have it on, if you have it on whatever light level, you turn it off. When you turn it back on, it comes back on that exact light level. So you always turn on where you left off. And that's a nice feature. I do like that. But like I said, I use my light in turbo mode quite a bit. And what that means is, when I get into those low light situations where I want to maintain my night vision, there's no way to adjust this light unless you have the light on. So if I'm carrying it in full turbo, the only way to get it to a lower setting is to turn it on and then cycle through. And once you turn it on and you see that bright light, you've ruined your night vision. So I really don't like that feature of it. Another thing that I'm really struggling with is, when I take this out of my pocket, when I draw it out of my pocket, I can't find, in the dark, I can't find that side switch. Now, when you're looking at it, it's obvious. You know, here's the switch, you can feel it, it's obvious. But it's not obvious when you're in the dark and you're feeling around. A lot of times, I just can't find that switch. So I'll pull it out of my pocket, and if I need to adjust it, I find it almost impossible to find the switch to adjust it. Maybe that's just me, maybe that's a design problem, I don't know. I just know that I don't like the light because of that. Another thing, the only other thing that I'm struggling with this light is the size. When I put it in my pocket, this additional bulk is noticeable. So this light at 4.5 inches carries very well. This light at 5.4 inches doesn't carry nearly as well. So if I had to rate this from a comfortable standpoint in your pocket, I'd give this a 5-star. If I had to rate this, I would give it, 3 stars, because like I say, when you put it in your pocket and you sit down, that extra length digs into your leg. and the extra weight, you just feel it in your pocket. So the PD30 I can have in my pocket and go throughout the day and never even really know that I have it in my pocket. With the PD32, that additional size, I just feel it in my pocket. I don't like carrying it in my left front pocket. So those are the features that I really don't care about this light. Now the reason I bought this light was because it puts out 740 lumens. Can you believe that? So this light 2 years ago, 257 was an amazing output. In today's world, 740 lumens. Later in the video, I'm going to show you some pictures or some tests at a dark lighthouse, and this thing just puts out an amazing amount of light. But this is not my perfect everyday carry light. It's just too big. Okay, so the search continued. I'm looking for a light to replace my very preferred PD30. So what I was looking for, if I knew that this size light was the right size, and I knew that this size light was too big, what I needed to find was a light that was closer to this size. So this is what I came up with. This is the EagleTac D25LC2. And you can see these two lights are very, very similar in size. And this light has the features I was looking for. It has more light output. It puts out, I'm guessing now, 520 or 30 lumens on full turbo. And it has the 18650 battery for longer run times. So I thought that I really found a light that was going to be an ideal replacement for this light. And in a lot of ways it is. It's got a great build construction. The user interface is the exact same as this. So it has a turbo mode and a standard mode. You access it the same way. You turn the light until it locks. That's turbo mode. You back it off a little bit, and that's standard mode. Everything else is the same. In standard mode, it's got a off-on tail cap switch, so you turn it on. Well, what did I do there? Okay. So we turn it on in low mode. A half a click puts it in medium. Another half click puts it in high output. You can turn it back off. Turn it just a little bit. It goes into turbo mode. And turbo mode is 500 and whatever it is, 30 lumens. Outstanding output. Another feature that I liked about this light is the clip. The clip is a little easier to use. It's a little broader. It has a little bit more flare, but it's real easy. When I put it in my pocket, it grabs my pocket quite easily, yet it holds the light very well. This has been an outstanding clip too. I don't want to shortchange Fenix at all. This is a great clip. But between the two, I prefer the EagleTac clip. It's just a little easier to use. Sometimes when you take the light out of your pocket, if you're sitting, you can't get it back in your pocket, so you clip it into your shirt. This clips very well. All right, so I really like this light. It's actually lighter than this light when you take the battery out. It's almost the exact same size. It's very light, same user interface. This is an outstanding light. Okay, what's wrong with it? Well, this light does not have anodized threads the way the Fenix does. These threads are not anodized. Now what that means is it has a great feature. You can disassemble it here, take the body off, turn the body around, and the clip then goes the other way. But what you can't do is you can't lock this light off. And what's happening is when I put it in my pocket, the light is accidentally turning on. Now again, I carry my light in turbo mode, so when it comes on in my pocket, it gets pretty hot pretty quick, and of course that diminishes my battery life. So having the light come on in my pocket is an absolute deal breaker. So here I went from a light that I thought was going to be an ideal replacement to my Fenix PD30. And it's so perfect in so many ways, yet when the light comes on in my pocket, it's an absolute deal breaker. I bought this light from from Light Junction. And I can't say enough good things about the people at Light Junction. They've really treated me very, very well. As a matter of fact, when I first ordered this light, this is the Clicky, because it's got the Clicky tail cap. They also make a version of this that they call the Twisty, or the Mini. And somehow when I ordered this light, I ordered the Mini by mistake, and I didn't have a tail cap. You access all the features by twisting it. I didn't like that. So I contacted Light Junction. I asked them if what would it take for me to get the right light, the Clicky that I had intended to order. They made it so unbelievably easy. They gave me such great customer service. I just can't say enough about Light Junction. So they exchanged the Twisty for the Clicky. Now I have the Clicky, and I'm happy. With one exception. I went back to Light Junction asking them, do they have any, can they recommend another light that won't turn on in my pocket? And what they said was the Twisty has this little rubber tail cap, and the purpose of this tail cap is to allow the light to stand upright. But they thought that if I was to attach this, that it might provide enough protection to keep the on-off switch from activating accidentally in my pocket. And guess what? It's working. I've been able to carry this light in my pocket, and it doesn't come on accidentally anymore. Now, having this little rubber tail stand isn't that elegant to carry in your pocket all the time, but it's very functional, and when it's in your pocket and you move against it, that little rubber is really nice. It's pretty comfortable. So do I think it's ideal having to have the rubber? I would say no. I would rather have the light in my pocket without the rubber if it wouldn't come on. But it really isn't that bad of a solution to keep the light from coming on in your pocket. So I'm pretty happy. The search is going to continue. This light is so close to being perfect that I can't believe it. But I'm not saying this is a deal breaker. I'm just saying that it keeps it out of that. This is the perfect light for me. So I'm going to keep looking. I don't know what I'm going to end up with, but this is an awfully good light. Again, amazing output. I'm going to look at it for sure. It's over 500 lumens in turbo mode. It's extremely light. It carries every bit as well as the Fenix PD30. So far, now that I've got this rubber attachment, I'm extremely happy with this light. Now, if you were to buy one, I don't know what the process would be to get this little rubber tail cap piece. I don't know if they're commercially available through EagleTac. I know Light Junction took great care of me. They just sent it to me for free. But I don't think if the whole world was ordering these lights, they'd be able to send one to everyone. Anyway, that's where I am. I've got this EagleTac. This is my new everyday carry light until I find the next best thing, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's just recap size and weight of these lights. First up is the PD30. It's on the bottom, 4.65 inches by 0.85, 53 grams. The EagleTac is 4.5 inches by 9 inch by 0.9, which is almost the exact same size as the PD30, and the Fenix PD32 is considerably larger, the light on top. It's 5.4 inches by 0.9 and weighs 78 grams. And I'd like to point out that my PD30 is the R5 model. So there's different emitter heads. Mine is the R5 model, which I like quite a bit. It has a nice combination of a nice hot spot in the middle with a good surrounding throw. And again, from the Fenix website, here is the output levels. High in turbo mode is 257. The minimum in standard is 10 lumens, then 67 lumens, then 124 lumens. It has an SOS and a strobe setting. And here's some information from the EagleTac website about their D25LC2. One thing that's really nice about the EagleTac website is that they put all the specifications all on one page. For all the different emitter heads and all of it, it's all in one place, all easy to see. No guesswork involved. EagleTac does a real nice job with their specifications. And here's some information on the Fenix PD32UE from the Fenix website. Again, with the output levels being 740 maximum in turbo mode, with the outputs being 9 lumens, 40 lumens, 140 lumens, 400 lumens, and then maximum of 740 lumens. So all three of these lights feel great in your hand. I prefer the PD30 the best, followed by the EagleTac, and then the PD32, which is slightly larger. The PD30 carries great in the left front pocket. The EagleTac carries just as well, especially with the rubber tail cap. And the PD32, being a little bit longer, is the least comfortable as it digs into your leg just a little bit during sitting. And again, a nice secondary feature of the EagleTac D25LC2 is its ability to turn the clip around, which enables it to be worn on a ball cap if you prefer, by simply unscrewing the middle section, turning it around, and then reassembling it. It's able to attach to a ball cap. The Fenix PD30 is also able to attach to a ball cap, although it's not designed to do so. But you can remove the retainer clip from one side, snap it on the other, and that allows you to put put it on a ball cap. One of the things that concerns me about my flashlights are the batteries may go dead at some inopportune time. That's why I really like using rechargeable batteries. Rechargeables are able to be topped off as many times as necessary. So what I do is every week I simply top the batteries off to a full charge. Now, as stated before, the Fenix PD30 operates on 2 CR123 batteries. It's not recommended to use rechargeable batteries in the Fenix PD30, but I've been doing that for about 2 years and they've been working just fine. The EagleTac D25 operates on a 18650 rechargeable battery. It does require a rechargeable battery with a button top. And the Fenix PD32 also operates on a 18650, but it needs a flat top battery. Alright, let's take these flashlights out to the park and see how they perform. Okay, we're here at the park. It's almost pitch black outside. The first thing we're going to look at is a lighthouse about 90 yards away. The first light we're going to look at is the Fenix PD30 with a maximum output of 257 lumens. It does a pretty good job here at 90 yards illuminating that lighthouse. And next, the EagleTac D25 with a maximum output of 530 lumens. It does an even better job of illuminating that lighthouse. And finally, the Fenix PD32 with a maximum output of 740 lumens. You'll notice that it doesn't appear much brighter than the 530 lumen EagleTac. It's a little misleading because so much of the spill is off the lighthouse. Trust me, that 740 lumen PD32 throws a lot of light. And here's another structure about 70 yards away. First with the PD30, then with the EagleTac, and then with the Fenix PD32. Now you're starting to see that PD32 throw some light. And here's that lighthouse structure one more time. This is about 80 yards away. And here's a parting shot of that lighthouse structure from about 90 yards. It's easy to see that the Fenix PD30 and the EagleTac D25 have more of a spot beam, whereas the Fenix PD32 has a much floodier beam. But all three lights do a great job of illuminating that lighthouse from 257 lumens to 740 lumens. Okay, bear with me, we're almost done here. I want to show us how far we've come in such a short time. 5 years ago, I was using a Surefire G2 incandescent model, put out 65 lumens and would last about 20 minutes. Sometime in 2008, they updated to an LED. I bought the LED model that took my lumens from 80 to 12 hours, or 80 lumens output for 12 hours. And that was amazing back then. Somebody reported this light as like holding the sun in your hand. So that was state of the art in 2008. Today we're looking at 740 lumens from the exact same size light. So we've made amazing progress in just 5 years. All right, let's compare these lights. The Fenix PD30 I bought in 2010. I paid about $65 for it. Maximum output's 257. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light settings. Compared against the EagleTac that we're looking at today, I paid about $55 for it last part of December of 2012. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It says it has 7 hidden outputs that you can cycle through. Basically, I'm using about 5 of those. 530 lumen output for an hour and a half. I want to point out that the output does reduce down to 424 after 200 seconds. That's to protect the head from overheating. And the Fenix PD30 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light settings. Maximum output 740, and that also reverts back to turbo mode after 3 minutes to protect the head from overheating. Looking at the reflectors, the PD30 has a smooth reflector, I think. The EagleTac has an orange peel, and the PD32 has a smooth reflector. Okay, let's talk about the beam real quick. The PD30 will throw the beam 127 meters for a 257 lumen light. That's a really good throw. I really like the beam on the PD30. To me, it's very good. It has a real nice hot spot in the center. It has great throw, and the spill around the center I find very, very good. It seems to lead your eyes to what you're looking at. I like the throw on the PD30. The EagleTac D25 has almost the exact same throw as the PD30. Again, I would rate that as very good. It puts out 530 lumens, and it will throw out to 201 yards. Again, I think that's a very good beam. The Fenix PD32 Ultimate Edition, I don't like the throw on this flashlight nearly as much. It's way too floody. It puts out a lot of light, so if you're in a room, it'll light the whole room up. But outside, it doesn't really have a center hotspot, so if you're looking for something outside, when you put the center of the light on what you're looking at, it really doesn't get any brighter. So I would say that the beam is marginal. I call it too floody. I think it has almost no hotspot. It has marginal throw. But I got to tell you, this light puts out a ton of light. So if you're looking for general lighting, like if you're trying to look at something, like if you're looking at your car or you're looking at a house, it lights it up. It puts out a lot of light. The user interface, it looks like I forgot to fill that in. With the PD30, it's a tail cap switch. You can twist the head to change modes from standard to turbo, and you can twist the tail cap to lock the light out. With the DL25, it has a tail cap switch. It's a reverse clicky. You can twist the head to change modes from turbo to standard mode. And I like both of these user interfaces quite a bit. The drawback with the clicky, again, is that it doesn't have a tail cap switch to lock the light out, so it comes on accidentally in your pocket. And the Fenix, it has a tail cap on-off switch. You control all the light outputs with a side switch. And again, as we've already mentioned, I have trouble finding that side switch when I take it out of my pocket. So if it's dark, my hand doesn't naturally go to that switch, and I have trouble changing the light levels. If you're wearing a glove, it's just simply impossible. Let's talk about dimensions real quick. The Fenix PD30 and the EagleTac D25 are almost the exact same size. The EagleTac is slightly lighter, but it's not even noticeable. Both of these lights carry great. So what I'm finding is about 4.5 inches by just under an inch is a good carry in your front pocket size. But this PD32 isn't that much larger. It's 9/10 of an inch larger and just a little bit thicker around. Only weighs a little bit more, about 20 grams more. But the difference between these two lights and this light is noticeable in your pocket. So I enjoy carrying these two. I have trouble carrying this one. Battery power, the 2010 old now, PD30, when it came out, it used two CR123s. Now rechargeables are getting to be the big thing, so the EagleTac D25 will use either CR123s or rechargeables, but of course the newest battery out is the 18650, and the Clicky will utilize that. There are some differences with 18650s. I guess they vary in size and whether it has a button top or a flat top. So if you're buying a flashlight, you need to make sure that the 18650 that you buy for that flashlight is actually designed to fit in your particular light. All 18650s are not created equal. The Clicky takes a button top, and it needs to be between 65 and 68 millimeters. And the Fenix PD32, it also utilizes two CR123s. I didn't hear that it was rated for rechargeable 123s. It does take the 18650, and it needs a flat top. Of course, the old PD30 didn't have reverse polarity protection, but the two more modern models do. The Clicky does, and the PD32. All of these lights are waterproof. I didn't fill this in, but they're all waterproof to 2 meters for 30 minutes. Some of the features: the PD30 says it has an anti-roll. Features on the Clicky. Features I wrote no lockout again. Reversible clip, 7 hidden outputs, and a tail stand. For the PD32, over discharge protection, and dual springs to make it a little bit more durable. For me, these are must-have features. The first must-have feature is, does it have a lockout? The PD30 does. The Clicky does not, and the Fenix PD32 does. Will it fit in your pocket? And the PD30, yes. The Clicky, yes. The PD32 is marginal. Acceptable user interface. PD30, yes. The D25 EagleTac Clicky, yes. The PD32, I wrote no. For me, that side switch, not being able to find it in the dark, is just simply not acceptable. It's a deal breaker for me. I'm going to sell the light because of that. And a must-have feature for me nowadays is a rechargeable 18650. Of course, the PD30 is ancient technology now that it's 3 years old. It does not accept 18650s, but the Clicky and the PD32 do accept that. So, pros: the PD30 has a great carry size, a good user interface, decent lumens for the time. 257 back in 2010 was a great output. And of course, Fenix build quality. Pros for the EagleTac D25LC2 Clicky: good carry size. Again, these two lights are almost the same size. I rated this as a good user interface because, again, not being able to lock that light out, having it come on in your pocket, I marked it down a little bit. Good lumen output at 530. Good build quality. I would rate Fenix build quality a little bit better, only slightly better. EagleTac's got great, good build quality, and of course the EagleTac also uses the 18650 battery. And the Fenix PD32, again, Fenix quality, good quality light. This thing puts out a ton of light. If you can get past that side switch, this thing puts out a ton of light. So if you're basically using it indoors where you want to light up a room, or you're looking at things that are close, I would say within 100 yards outside, this PD32 Ultimate Edition puts out a ton of light at 740 lumens, and of course it uses the modern 18650 battery. And now for the cons: my poor outdated PD30, it can't use rechargeable 123 batteries, although I have been using RCRs in that light for about 2 years and it's been working, but now I'm starting to have some difficulty. And it can't use the more modern 18650. And now that a couple years have passed, 257 just isn't a huge output. 2 years ago, this was major. This was a huge output light. But you can see now that 530 and 740, this is getting dated. Cons on the Clicky: the only con I have on this is that it doesn't have tail cap lockout, so it comes on in your pocket. Other than that, this is a fantastic little light. If you can use that rubber tail cap protector without any discomfort, or get past that, this is an outstanding light to have. And then the Fenix PD32, the cons for me, I rate that as a terrible user interface. And what I see from Fenix is they're going with this side switch on a lot of their lights. I just don't like it. I don't want to be overly prejudiced. Maybe somebody's using that side switch and really does like it, but I don't like it. And then the other con for me is that this light is getting to a size that is just a little bit too large for pocket carry. I carry my lights in my left front pocket. This light at 5.4 inches is just a little bit long, so when I sit down it digs into my leg a little bit and I feel the weight in my pocket. So this light is getting to the point where it's just a little bit too large. That's it, folks. Sorry it took so long. I hope you got some useful information out of this. Have a great day.